Hello, my name is Courtney Lindner. For my COMM250 class, I'm going to be sharing about learning, creativity, and innovation within organizations. Everyone knows what Google is. You probably use it to answer life's many daily questions, such as how many toes does a sloth have, or how to lose 10 pounds while still eating chocolate cake daily. But also might use it to discover what the political and economic state is across the world, or who won the presidential election. Google is a powerful tool and is one that has become a common accessory on most computers and smartphones. But what makes Google so great? How has Google become mainstream? The answer is learning, creativity, and innovation. Google is great because the people who work there are great. This company has assessed the needs of their employees as well as kept tabs on the technology pulse of society, and their main goal is to provide innovative solutions for people's daily life. Looking back, I can't imagine what I did before sharing pictures on Google Drive or collaborating for a group project using Google Docs. I wouldn't imagine having any other email than a Gmail account. Why? Because Google is the best at what it does. But what exactly makes Google as an organization so amazing? Google is ranked #1 on Business Insider's 2016 list of 50 best companies to work for in America. Why? Google employees are satisfied with their job. They enjoy what they do. They spend their time getting paid to do something they're passionate about in areas where they excel. What could be better, right? The majority of Googlers feel their work makes the world a better place. Google places a large emphasis on not only technological improvement, but also self-improvement and world improvement. As a company, Google is always considering what the next big thing is going to be and doing all in their power to design systems and tools that help the world go round and connect people in innovative and effective ways. Google trusts their employees with flexibility. Many Google employees work from home on occasion, and many are allowed flexible business hours. Their environment at work is engaging and even entertaining, with activities to diversify their time as they work on projects and collaborate as groups. Google expects their employees to excel under these conditions, and I would say they are successful. Google is a market leader on learning, creativity, and innovation in the workplace. So Google is great, we've established that much. How do the principles Google implements apply to you? To answer that question, I want to talk briefly about what an organization is and why the principles shared in this presentation will change your life. What are organizations? Organizations are any group of people who gather or are grouped for a particular purpose. The principles shared in this presentation apply whether you are interested in learning about how to improve your relationship with a spouse or child, how to design a sports strategy that will beat out your opponents, or looking to implement more creativity and innovation within your business or company. Let me illustrate how an emphasis on learning has changed my life. I am the second oldest of 7 children, and my mother homeschooled all of us. Growing up, she placed a large emphasis on learning to love learning rather than memorizing material. She identified each of our learning styles and tailored our curriculums to play to our strengths and improve areas where we were weak. Her enthusiasm and passion for education and the process of learning has been infused into my character and has affected every aspect of my life. I feel excited to wake up each day and see what I can explore and learn about myself and the world around me. Chris Park, the author of an academic journal entitled Engaging Students in the Learning Process, shares, "Students who actively engage with what they are studying tend to understand more, learn more, remember more, enjoy it more, and be more able to appreciate the relevance of what they have learned than students who passively receive what we teach them. The challenge is to encourage our students to actively engage in the learning process, and through that, to develop their ideas, think more critically, and become better equipped to solve problems." Placing an emphasis on the value of learning will change not only the efficacy of classroom development, but also organizational growth and progress. Observational learning is one of the best methods to implement change and is defined by psychologists as learning that takes place by watching the actions of others. One way to encourage this kind of culture in your organization is to carefully choose mentors and leaders who have a passion for learning and understand how to foster learning in those they work with. As organizations encourage each individual to foster a genuine love of learning, their opportunity for increased creativity and innovation grows significantly. Creativity and innovation inspires companies to look inside their organization as well as outside their organization to gather relevant ideas and generate change. Let's watch this video to better understand how creativity and innovation have changed over time and why it is relevant that we strive to build these characteristics into our organizations.
What is it that separates childhood from adulthood? Is it the runny nose, the napkin shorts, or literally always having to go pee? No, it's something different. Something that you lose a lot of when you grow up. Something teachers, programs, and even other students can't teach. Creativity. From a study of more than 300,000 students in the US, creativity has significantly declined from 1990. Students are now geared to search for the right answer or the appropriate choice and are no longer required to think out of the box. Now, why is this a problem? Because in IBM's global CEO study, about 1,500 CEOs from around the world have rated the most valuable and essential quality to be just that, creativity. Even California's P21 initiative is looking to prepare children for an increasingly competitive economy that demands innovation. Creativity trumps all, and without it, the world lacks vision, change, and just plain fun.
The final line in the video was, "Without creativity, the world lacks vision, change, and just plain fun." So it seems obvious that creativity is important within an organization. So why don't all organizations experience more of it? I would like to review some creativity myths that hinder organizations from reaching their full innovative potential. Creativity is linked to how smart you are. The young are more creative than the old. Creativity is reserved for the few. The creative act is solitary, and you can't manage creativity. Each of these beliefs, whether conscious or unconscious, within an organization hinder creativity. As a member of an organization, you can proactively strive to negate these stereotypes and common misconceptions to introduce a more creative and innovative culture to your organization. Creativity can be fostered intrinsically, where the creative act itself is rewarding, or it can be fostered extrinsically, where those who contribute are rewarded for their input in ways not directly related to the innovation. For example, offering a pay raise or additional vacation days to those who submit out-of-the-box thinking. Know your organization and what will motivate and inspire your group members. All people are made to create and contribute something unique to the world in which they live. As we watch the following video, consider how a better understanding of human nature and our desire to create inspires progress and development as individuals and within organizations. Consider ways you can foster this kind of belief in your own work and the work of those you associate with.
The desire to create is one of the deepest yearnings of the human soul. No matter our talents, education, backgrounds, or abilities, we each have an inherent wish to create something that did not exist before. Everyone can create. You don't need money, position, or influence in order to create something of substance or beauty. You might say, I'm not the creative type. If that is how you feel, think again. And remember that you are spirit daughters of the most creative being in the universe. Isn't it remarkable to think that your very spirits are fashioned by an endlessly creative and eternally compassionate God? Think about it. Your spirit body is a masterpiece, created with a beauty, function, and capacity beyond imagination. The more you trust and rely upon the Spirit, the greater your capacity to create.
In addition to what you might have discovered while watching the video, here are a few suggestions for developing creativity and innovation within organizations. These ideas can be implemented by any organization and are a good start to developing creative thinking and innovation. Just as Google is changing the world one search at a time, you have the capacity to change the world by implementing the lessons you've learned today. Consider the growth potential for not only your organization, but also for what your organization can contribute to the world through increased learning, creativity, and innovation. Choose today to make a difference by unlocking your own creative potential. And remember, when all think alike, then no one is thinking. So start thinking. This world needs what you have to offer. Thank you.